3 Stoic ways to let go of stress. Life can often be incredibly stressful. This is mainly because we cling to illusions of control and constantly overthink and ruminate. Most of the time, holding on to things wastes energy, and overdoing it causes both mental and physical pain. Stoic philosophy offers several ideas to help us let go. In this video, I'll present 3 Stoic ways to let go. Let's begin with the first one, becoming aware of indifference. In Stoic ethics, there is a system of virtue, vice, and indifference. Many people hold on to preferred indifference so much that they become the center of their pursuit. Indifference include anything that isn't virtue or vice, meaning they don't necessarily lead to misery, but not to happiness either. Hence, the indifference associated with these things. Preferred indifference include wealth, reputation, and material possessions, which Epictetus points out are beyond our control. These things don't lead to lasting satisfaction, even though the mind thinks they do. Not having them won't obstruct our ability to be happy. Seneca wisely said, "Whoever has largely surrendered himself to the power of fortune has made for himself a huge web of disquietude from which he cannot get free. If one would win a way to safety, there is but one road, to despise externals and to be contented with that which is honorable. For those who regard anything as better than virtue, or believe that there is any good except virtue, are spreading their arms to gather in that which fortune tosses abroad, and are anxiously awaiting her favors." This quote from a letter to his friend Lucilius emphasizes that grasping for externals will never get you the joy you've imagined. The joy of externals is always temporary. Greedy hands often end up with nothing but frustration. Knowing that preferred indifference are overrated and that we can still be happy without them, or with just the basic necessities, might help us stop chasing them so much. Or at least loosen our grip and realize that not having these things is not the end of the world. Isn't that a calming thought? 2. Remember impermanence. The world is completely out of our control. Life comes and goes. Empires rise and fall. It's just a matter of time until planet Earth vanishes as the sun swallows it. The house we live in, the money we have in the bank, the people we love, it's all going away eventually. From this perspective, it seems crazy to spend our lives attaching ourselves, sometimes painfully, to the world around us. The preferred indifference I previously mentioned not only fail to give us lasting satisfaction, but they also don't last themselves. This is another reason why it's better to let go of them. Emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius observed that change and flux constantly create and recreate the world. He wrote, "We find ourselves in a river. Which of the things around us should we value when none of them can offer a firm foothold? Like an attachment to a sparrow, we glimpse it and it's gone. And life itself, like the decoction of blood, the drawing in of air. We expel the power of breathing we drew in at birth just yesterday or the day before, breathing it out like the air we exhale at each moment." So we could propose this lesson in the form of a question. Why hold on tightly to things that are in constant flux? 3. Reside in the present moment. The third way addresses the human obsession with the past and the future. It's understandable because the past is a source of life lessons, and the future is something we might want to plan for. The problem, however, is that some people live entirely outside the place where life is happening, the present moment. Their worries about the future make them so uptight and sometimes paralyzed, while the heavy burden of the past weighs on their shoulders. Marcus Aurelius was aware of this human tendency. He wrote, "The present is the same for everyone, its loss is the same for everyone, and it should be clear that a brief instant is all that is lost, for you can't lose either the past or the future. How could you lose what you don't have?" Letting go, in this case, literally means letting go of what you don't have. Sure, you have your thoughts about it in your mind, but thoughts are fabrications of the mind and don't represent the world around you. They're mere illusions, fantasies, and calculations. The mind is a great tool. The Stoics see rational thinking as a gift that sets humans apart from animals and makes it possible for us to live a life of virtue. However, it's important that we use the tools we're given and not the other way around. Thank you for watching.